first video has been shared before. It was uploaded to TikTok by a user named Some Demon. Recorded late one night on a home security camera, the user, a girl, can be seen sleeping soundly in her bed, but then this happens. The girl begins to twitch, then slowly sits upright in her bed. She eerily turns towards the camera, her eyes glowing bright. Her mouth then opens wider than humanly possible before she falls back down with force. Commenters on this video believe that this girl is possessed by a demon and that she should seek help from God ASAP. Others highlight the fact that we may not be as safe as we think we are when we are asleep, which, to be honest, is a frightening thought. If you're a fan of scary videos, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads. Uploaded to the subreddit Ghosts by username Gabaflasm, this video has gone viral, racking up over 26,000 upvotes, which is rare to see on the Ghost subreddit as it's filled with skeptics. The video is titled, my mom just sent this to me from her security camera, and Redditors have been scratching their heads for months trying to figure out just what on earth the camera caught. If you didn't see it, here it is again. Unaware to the OP's brother loading his car, a mysterious transparent figure moves along the wooded area behind him before it weirdly dissipates like it was never there. The uploader claims that his brother heard nothing in the area around him when it happened, and that no neighbours or anyone would have been there. It is simply a mystery to the OP and their family. Redditors of the Ghost subreddit, however, have their opinions, with the majority believing that this clip is legit, and even the skeptic army, like this guy, says that this is one fucking creepy video. But the question remains, just what did the camera capture lurking in the woods behind the OP's brother? Use the comments to share your thoughts. The next set of clips that I put together come from a user named Javier ST97. The backstory to these clips is Javier's best friend Antonio had been missing for a few days. He didn't turn up to college as normal, and his mobile phone just went straight to voicemail. Worried about his closest friend who he hadn't seen in days, Antonio decides to visit his house to check up on him.
¿Dónde carajo se habrá metido este?
Javier knocks on the door and rings the bell several times looking for his friend, but there's no answer. It becomes clear something is up, as usually Antonio would answer his door. Even more worried now, Javier makes his way around the back of the house. He hops over a wall, navigates the ledge, and then finds the back door to Antonio's house is, for some reason, open.
La puerta abierta. ¡Antonio! ¡Antonio!
Javier calls out to Antonio, but gets no reply. In this next clip, Javier makes his way inside.
Raro, che. ¡Toño, soy yo! ¡Javier! ¡Ey!
A door slams shut right in front of Javier, and orbs can be seen floating around. Wanting to find his friend, Javier doesn't retreat and continues to look for him.
Perdón. Loco! Soy Javier, boludo. Che, loco, ¿sos vos? Ya fue, boludo. Vine a ver qué onda, ¿cómo andás? ¿Estás bien? Che, loco, si sos vos, salí. ¿Escuchan eso? La concha de su madre.
Javier finds a note on the table saying perdon, which translated from Spanish to English says sorry. Then, as he approaches Antonio's room, the door to it suddenly slams shut. Javier calls out, but gets no reply. Then the sounds of knocking can be heard on the other side of Antonio's bedroom door. Javier tries to get in, but the door won't budge. However, in this next clip, Antonio manages to get inside, and what he finds shocks him to his core.
¡Toño! ¡La puta madre que lo parió! La puta madre que lo parió. Se co-
Javier kicks open the door and a dark figure can be seen suspended on the other side of the room. But is this Antonio? It turns out it was. Horrified, Javier flees out of the room where he then senses something in the darkness on the other side of Antonio's house. He cautiously approaches and then a door slowly swings open. But this is where I have to ask, did you see it? A pair of glowing eyes suddenly appear behind the glass window at the top of the door, staring straight at him for a split second, but Javier doesn't see it. Shortly afterwards, Javier leaves the house, devastated by the loss of his friend Antonio. However, the story does not end there. With unanswered questions and a mystery surrounding Antonio's tragedy, Javier decides to revisit Antonio's home.
Cuando encontré a Antonio, esta es la pieza. Mierda. Una laucha. Da un poco de escalofrío estar acá, se siente una carga un poco pesada, qué sé yo. ¡Qué mierda! La linterna. ¿Qué pasó? Mierda. ¡Ey! ¿Quién es? ¿Quién anda ahí? Mierda. ¡Hola! ¿Qué mierda anda ahí la concha de su madre? ¡Eh!
Javier inspects the room where he found Antonio when suddenly the lights flicker on and off. In pitch black, Javier uses his phone light, and as he enters the hallway, a figure can be seen entering the room at the opposite end of the hallway. But seconds later, when Javier gets to the room, there's no one there. He tries the lights, but they don't work. Then the door to Antonio's bedroom slams shut right in front of his eyes. Terrified, Javier flees and locks himself in the bathroom, then banging can be heard on the door. Javier calls out, but again he gets no reply. But then when he bravely peers into the hallway, a dark figure can be seen slipping away out of sight. Javier rushes over, but the figure is nowhere to be seen. The video then ends. TikTok viewers were left frightened by these clips, with many believing that something sinister was the reason behind Antonio's tragic fate, and that these glowing eyes and this mysterious dark figure seen throughout is the culprit. But what do you think happened here? Comment below. Elias DFGH, whose real name is Elias Akana, uploaded this creepy clip back in May 2022 after recording something which has left him scared to sleep at night. Elias's uploads are mostly centered around gaming and everyday life, making this clip somewhat out of the ordinary. In the clip, Elias plays music from the Silent Hill game on his keyboard in his bedroom when he notices something behind him. Dark figure can be seen behind Elias. However, when he turns around immediately, the figure has vanished. But where did it go? TikTok viewers were left spooked by this clip uploaded by Elias, with many believing that something sinister is haunting him. But what do you think is going on here? Share your thoughts below. Leon Rito, a teenager from Chile, has apparently been the victim of a terrifying haunting for some time. Loud bangs would wake him in the night, and the sounds of cackling would echo from the floor beneath him. He became so afraid that he confided in his friends and family, but nobody believed him. One night, he's awoken by strange noises in his room, and wanting to capture the evidence on camera, he pulls out his phone and hits record.
Son las 3 de la mañana, hace 3-4 días fácil que no puedo dormir. Se escuchan ruido por toda la casa y no sé qué hacer. Yo no creo mucho esto, no me da miedo, pero no sé. Grabo a ver si encuentro... ¡La concha de su madre! Ahí está. ¿Quién carajo anda ahí? Es la nena esa de mierda de vuelta. Yo me voy a la mierda.
A toy suddenly flies off a chest of drawers, frightening the life out of Leonrito. Then, loud thumping sounds can be heard echoing off the bathroom door before it slowly swings open, but when he checks inside, he finds nothing. Convinced that there is something paranormal at play here, he decides to set up a camera in his room to catch any evidence while he's asleep, and a few nights later, the camera caught this creepy moment.
¡Sos hijo de puta!
Orbs can be seen floating around before the bathroom door swings open, waking Leonrito. Startled, he grabs his phone and checks the bathroom, but this time, horrifying noises can be heard, and then someone or something appears to be smacking the shower curtain. Scared out of his mind, Leonrito bravely pulls back the shower curtain, but nothing's there. Then, caught on his CCTV camera, his bedroom door swings open, but again, no one's there. These scary moments were just the beginning for Leonrito. Several nights later, banging disturbs him again.
3 de la mañana, me vine a la casa del campo. Leí muchos comentarios que me recomendaban que me mude y me vine para acá para ver si el problema era yo. Pero parece que me sigue porque se escucha. Estoy escuchando. Yo ya no, miedo ya no tengo. Y no hay nadie. El ropero este es grandísimo, pero no es increíble, pero parece que me sigue. La verdad, no. ¿Qué es eso?
The wardrobe rattles over and over, but when he opens it, nothing seems out of the ordinary. However, a ball then rolls behind him and objects begin to fall off the shelf right in front of his eyes. On another night, he's awoken again.
Otra vez el demonio que me está molestando de vuelta. Aquí está. ¿Quién sos? Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. No sos bienvenido, andate. Andate. Me tenés cansado, mostrate. No te voy a tener miedo. Andate de acá. ¿Quién sos? ¿Quién sos?
Noises can be heard coming from the bathroom before the handle all of a sudden violently begins moving up and down, and if you listen closely, what sounds like a little child laughing can be heard.
Picado sea tu nombre. Picado sea tu nombre.
But then it just stops. Then the door swings open and something white can be seen hiding in the bathroom. However, when Leonrito takes a look inside, there's no one in there. Several nights pass before the activity gets worse.
Son de nuevo las 3 de la mañana. Estuve durmiendo tranquilo estos días, pero ahora me despertaron de vuelta los ruidos. Me recomendaron que prenda la luz. Me voy a quedar callado. Mierda sos. Concha de su madre. ¡Déjame salir, hijo de puta! ¡Déjame salir! ¡Déjame salir! ¡Déjame salir! ¡Jesús! ¡Jesús!
Tapping can be heard in the bathroom before the door swings open, similarly to previous nights. This time though, when he checks inside, the door behind him slams shut and he can't get out. He manages to break out, then knocking can be heard on the glass of his front door, but when he looks outside, again, no one's there. However, the sounds of a child laughing creepily echoes out of his bathroom. In this next clip, Leanne Rito is in his bathroom getting ready for bed when he hears the sound of someone whistling.
3 de la mañana, recién salgo de bañarme. Escucho silbidos desde el patio. Mientras me estaba bañando, escuchaba golpes de la ventana. Nunca me había pasado esto. Los silbidos nunca, la verdad. Todo tipo de ruidos, pero silbidos nunca. No sé qué hacer, pero ya fue. Voy a salir a revisar. A estas alturas yo ya no tengo miedo, la verdad. No hay nada.
Whistling can be heard, and Leanne Rito goes to check, and this is where I have to ask, did you catch it? Watch closely. Creepy face of someone or something can be seen eerily peeking in through the glass of the door, but Leanne Rito doesn't see it. The whistling continues until he gets outside, and suddenly it stops. But then something can be seen pressing on a sheet hanging outside. When he checks underneath, nothing's there though. A few nights later, Leanne Rito captures something which has left him lost for words.
Son las 3 de la mañana de nuevo. Y esto es con lo que yo convivo desde hace meses. Con esto yo convivo hace meses. Siempre que grabo... Vos no sos Daniel. Vos no sos Daniel, esa no es tu voz. Vos no sos Daniel, esa no es tu voz. Daniel se fue hace meses del país. Vos no sos Daniel. Si querés lastimarme, salí y lastimame ahora. Ya... Déjame de joder. Déjame de joder. Si no puedo vivir. Ya no puedo vivir así. Ya no puedo vivir así. Yo no tengo más miedo. No tengo más miedo. No, yo así no puedo vivir. Así no puedo seguir.
The voice of Leanne Rito's friend can be heard coming from his bathroom, but when he checks inside, his friend isn't in there. And then a mysterious white figure is caught on camera walking past the glass inside a pitch black room of Leanne Rito's house. A week later, he's awoken to the sounds of a woman crying outside his house and decides to go and help.
Ladrar. Y le está ladrando a alguien, mi perro ahí. ¿Quién? Vení para acá, mija mía. ¿Quién sos? ¿Qué es eso?
A figure in white is caught on camera, mimicking the crying sounds of a woman in distress to get his attention. But did you see it? High up on top of Leon Rito's house, a dark figure can be seen standing there motionless, looking down at Leon Rito. But who the heck is it? These scary moments have understandably left Leon Rito frightened beyond words. He believes he is being haunted by a malevolent dark entity, the pitch black figure seen standing on this roof, and it is the reason for all the terrifying paranormal activity he's been encountering. But then, who is this white figure? TikTok viewers believe that this is a witch who conjured up dark and evil spirits many years ago on the very ground Leon Rito's house is built on. But what do you think? Is Leon Rito the victim of a terrifying haunting? Let me know down below. This next entry was uploaded to TikTok by a user named BreeDive. Brianna's channel is all about her love of freediving in the ocean and has absolutely nothing to do with anything paranormal. However, one day when diving off the coast of Florida, she captures something which sent shivers up her spine. While exploring what seems to be some type of sunken wreckage, Brianna's camera picks up some absolutely chilling audio, the sounds of someone screaming. Clearly confused and startled, Brianna returns to the surface, but then she decides to swim back down to investigate the source of the screams. On returning to the wreckage, the screams have completely stopped. Uploading the video to TikTok in search of answers, Brianna's followers were skeptical. Some suggested that she edited the original video, adding in the screaming sounds herself. So, Brianna responded with this video to prove her innocence.
So, people are asking what camera I use. GoPro 7 works perfectly fine for me. I cracked it a little bit, but I use a case. Definitely not a voiceover though, so I'm going to show you the video straight out of my GoPro. Just like how I recorded it. So you can hear it. Voiceover or an edit or anything like that,
So what do you think? Did Brianna capture the ghost of someone's final moments, or is there another explanation? Use the comments to share your thoughts. This next creepy video comes from the Japanese ghost channel Fourth Wall. The Fourth Wall team received a tip-off from a fan about an abandoned haunted house that has been empty for 50 years. The history of the house is a bit of a mystery, although it is rumoured that the 4 sons that lived there rarely, if ever, left the house. Fourth Wall sends a cameraman to document everything he could find, and almost instantly he encounters something that has left viewers baffled. Sliding door opens slowly on its own, but when the cameraman checks inside, it's empty. The incident left the cameraman frightened, so he decides to leave, but the horror doesn't end there. Did you spot it? A mysterious white figure can be seen moving behind the glass of a door right in front of the cameraman before a loud bang echoes from another part of the house, startling the cameraman. The cameraman opens the closed door where the figure was seen seconds earlier, but there's no one in there. After this, the cameraman leaves the house. Fourth Wall tried to convince the cameraman to go back and document more footage, but he was having none of it and straight up refused to return. Several months pass before Fourth Wall managed to find and send a second cameraman to the house. This is what the second cameraman caught. Cameraman senses something behind him, but he can't see anything, and when he opens the door, no one's there. He points the camera at the glass door where he feels there is something but cannot see it. After this, the cameraman begins to feel an unusual chill and decides to leave night vision cameras around the abandoned house, vacates the property. One of his night vision cameras caught this. Mysterious white figure can be seen moving on the other side of the glass, but who is it? Then at the same time, a door can be seen opening somehow by itself. Viewers of this video believe that this is genuine paranormal activity caught on camera, and that the phenomenon the cameraman captured is proof the house is haunted. But ultimately, what's your verdict on this creepy video? Use the comments to share your thoughts. Uploaded to Reddit by user Rowan New Duru over 4 years ago, this video was originally posted on Facebook by a person named Hamid Ahmed and was recorded somewhere in the Maldives. When asked to describe a typical place where paranormal activity takes place, one of the last places you would probably say is a playground. However, this is exactly what the uploader seems to have found. Did you spot it? Observe closely. A ghostly figure can be seen perched on the edge of the swing, then just disappears. the swing keeps on swinging. So is this something paranormal? Drop a comment below with your thoughts. This next creepy clip has been shared before, but it's one that's so good I want you all to see it. The video comes from one of my favourite urban explorers, Urbex Hill, when he visits the old abandoned Molly Stark Sanatorium located in Louisville, Ohio. Built in the 1920s, the building housed many patients with tuberculosis and as a result has been reputed to be a hotspot for ghosts. The building became abandoned in 1955. Initially investigating the ground floor, Chris quickly makes his way up to the second floor when he realizes that terrifyingly he may not be on his own. The sounds of footsteps can be heard walking on the floor above Chris. He powers on through, and after passing through the children's wards, he heads down underground and through a series of dark tunnels.
These tunnels are creepy as f***. Okay, I heard something. I definitely heard something that time.
Footsteps can be heard coming from somewhere in the dark tunnels. Chris hears them. Tension rises as Chris presses on through the creepy dark tunnels. Then his flashlight catches something which to this day has left viewers spooked.
What the f*** is that? Yo, do you see that shit, y'all? What the f***? Yo. What? What the f***? That is crazy. There's somebody down here. Oh, shit. There's somebody down here. I swear I saw somebody. What the? What the? I'm just in case, y'all. It's a dead end. Oh my. What? What the? What? I'm out of here. I swear I legit saw somebody. And this is a dead end. I'm out of here. Yo, and my dude is sticking to the ground. This is crazy.
Pale white figure materializes in the distance right in front of Chris and appears to walk in the opposite direction before it mysteriously dissipates into thin air. Creeped out, Chris follows it, but he soon reaches a dead end and there's no trace of whoever this is. So where did it go? This ghostly figure that Chris captured down in the Molly Stark Sanatorium's tunnels has left viewers stunned, with the majority agreeing that Chris caught a real ghost on camera. And still, 2 years on, people claim this to be some of the best video evidence of a ghost ever captured. But what do you think? Did Chris capture a ghost on camera while all alone down in the dark underground tunnels of the abandoned Molly Stark Sanatorium? aquarium? Let me know in the comments. This next eerie video was uploaded to YouTube and has left viewers horrified. Jerick, a taxi driver based in the Philippines, driving down an infamously haunted road in Bugao City known as Loacan Road, when he saw a woman on the side of the road waving for him to stop. This is what happened.
Saan po kayo, ma'am? Scott Barrio? Sige po. Wala. Wala. Diyos ko po. Wala. Multa ata yung nasakay ko ah. Ay, wala. Multo yung nasakay ko. Diyos ko. May sumakay kanina. May sumakay kanina. May sumakay kanina, pero bakit nawala? Scout Barrio sabi. May sumakay kanina, wala.
Rear passenger door to Jerick's cab opens and closes, and according to Jerick at that moment, a lady had gotten into his cab. She gives him the directions. Jerick drives for a short while, but moments later, he checks his rearview mirror and sees no woman. Jerick says that she must have simply disappeared. Jerick is terrified and checks the backseat of his cab, but there's no trace of the woman. What makes things even more creepy is that a secondary camera also recorded the exact moment Jerick pulls over. So, did Jerick end up giving a taxi ride to a ghost? Let me know your thoughts below. TikTok user It's Baby Ibby uploaded this mysterious clip to her TikTok page with the caption "Ghost Kitty caught on camera," and that could be a possibility. Something transparent with glowing eyes appears to enter the room before it disappears into thin air. Commenters on this video believe this to be something paranormal, with Maggie asking, "So my question is, did you have a childhood cat that you loved?" To which Ibby replied with, "My mama owned 2 cats that both passed away in the house years ago." She continues, "One of them looked very similar to the figure in this vid actually." Maggie then responds with, "You got a ghost kitty." However, some say it might not be a kitty at all. What do you think this is? Is it the ghost of one of Ibby's cats? Comment below with your thoughts on this one. Social media influencer Nathalia Valente sets out with her mother and friends to explore the abandoned Cesario Motor Asylum in Brazil. The asylum, which opened in 1973, has a very dark history, specializing in extreme mental orders, and rumors say patients were treated so badly, and as a result, many passed away in tragic circumstances. The asylum was forced to close in the 1990s, and its creepy halls have been abandoned ever since. In equal measures of excitement and fear, Nathalia and her group aim to explore the building, particularly the area that is reputed to be the most haunted, the Pink Wing, where the children were kept.
A gente vai entrar, já chegamos. Tô com medo! Entramos. Gente do céu.
Remnants of former young patients can creepily be seen all over the place. Nathalia and her group continue on, keen to explore the rest of the Pink Wing.
Quem conhece a ala rosa que a gente...
Não, tia.
Foi vocês? Jura por Deus, jura?
Eu tava junto com ela.
Tipo, aqui real é bem pesado. Bem...
As Natalia talks to the camera, a loud bang can be heard from upstairs, scaring the life out of her. However, later in the exploration, when the group head outside, they end up capturing something which has left Natalia and her viewers spooked.
Da ala rosa, que é a pior ala que tem. Gente, quanto barro no chão. A gente tá indo pros outros lados, que é bem escondido da ala rosa. Que é onde o povo ficava, tipo, real presaço.
Did you catch that? On an upper floor, a group of children can be seen peering out of the windows. But what makes this even more creepy is that these children are standing in the area Nathalia and her group just explored, the children's part of the abandoned haunted asylum known as the Pink Wing. TikTok viewers were left spooked by Nathalia's exploration around this haunted abandoned asylum. Many believe that these children seen here in the window are ghosts of former patients. But what do you think? Use the comments to share your thoughts on this one. This next ghost video comes from the Japanese ghost hunting channel LOL Creatures. The ghost hunters investigate an abandoned hospital in Japan that is rumoured to be home to spirits of former patients. The paranormal investigators arrive equipped to gauge exactly how haunted the derelict building is with a variety of equipment. However, they are only there mere minutes before the two pick up on the strong malevolent energy at multiple points throughout the building. These manifestations only escalate the longer they stay in the building, especially when they split up. And when one of the ghost hunters makes his way up to the top floor, he captures something which may prove they're not alone.
ほらあれかお何の音おーしお何
As the camera points in a room, a pale hand can be seen pressed against the glass of a window several stories high up off the ground. But when he takes a second look, there's no hand. The ghost hunters group up and show each other the footage. They become spooked by the creepy hand on the window. However, nothing could prepare them for this footage, captured by one of the other ghost hunters while he was alone in a different part of the hospital.
本日も行かれた中村さんが選んだ肺病院だそうです。
大丈夫ですよ、今回は。何があったらすぐおまわりさん来てくれるので。
Did you spot it? As the bright flashlight hits the doorway, for a brief second, we can see a translucent, ghostly figure of what looks like a little girl standing there. But seconds before, when the flashlight hits the doorway the first time, the figure isn't there. And at the time, the ghost hunter is completely unaware of the ghostly presence. LOL Creatures viewers were left spooked by these creepy captures the ghost hunters caught at this abandoned building, with many believing that the team captured a real ghost on camera. But what do you make of this? Is this abandoned hospital still haunted by spirits of former patients? Let me know in the comments below. Captured back in 2020 and published to the internet by Arcatoys in 2021, this creepy video went viral across TikTok, leaving many scared to sleep with the lights off. Arcatoys says that he, quote, hears things every day, especially during the night when everyone is sleeping. And late one night, as he's about to head to bed, he noticed something in the corner of his eye and started recording.
Alright, tell me I'm on. Every time I turn off the light, there's like a shadow there. Watch. See that? What the f***? What the f***? Tell me I'm not on f***. Hell no. What the f***? Dude, I'm out of here.
At first, the far room looks empty. However, when Arctois flicks the light off, what looks like a dark figure can be seen standing there motionless at the back of the far room and seems to be watching him. Then, when he flicks the light on, the figure disappears. However, when he does it again, whatever this is appears again and Arctois gets out of there. TikTok viewers were left frightened by this one, many comparing it to the horror movie Lights Out, where a malevolent dark force only appears in the dark when the lights are turned off. What do you think? Is this a paranormal occurrence similar to the horror movie Lights Out? Or is it all just a well-orchestrated prank or illusion? Leave a comment with what you're thinking. The final video comes from a little channel named Leo Tree, and it's one that's left viewers creeped out. The video was taken several years before its original upload in 2008 and shows a group of friends exploring a dark cave. However, at the very beginning of the video, some text has been added in Italian, which translated to English says, "The video you are about to see is real. Although our intention to film in this cave may have been joking, we came away shocked. You are free to interpret these images as you wish, but be aware that they may offend your sensibilities. So I'll roll the clip and you can make up your own mind if it's real or not. Here's the video."
Andiamo? Certo, raga, pure voi, oh.
Alessio? Non fa coglione. Raga, porco dio. No, dico io stai. Per fare certa impressione. Porco dio, questo suono. No, aspetta. Aspetta, cazzo, guarda. Ma che cazzo? No, guarda, porco dio, devo vedere, non devo vedere, oh. Aspetta. Raga, ma scusa. Oh! Ma che persona! Oh cazzo, porca troia! Via! Porco dio!
As the boys walk through the dark cave, the sounds of something metal can be heard being dragged in the shadows around them. But then, suddenly, a ghostly pale face appears in the darkness right in front of them, and without a second thought, the group of friends flee in terror. The uploader and his friends have no idea what they encountered that night in that dark cave. It's simply a mystery. But viewers speculate that they encountered a dark entity who resides in the cave. However, some argue, why on earth didn't the group carry a flashlight into a dark cave? Ultimately, what do you think? Did this group of friends encounter something otherworldly, and was it real as the uploader claims? Well, I'll leave that for you to decide. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're a fan of scary content, make sure you check out either of these two videos here. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe so you'll never miss any of our weekly uploads. See you next time.